She's over here begging for love, and he just won't touch her.
I know. She's like, Ren, help me, love me.
Power to him at this point. See, now you fucking be
Wait, I just realized this whole fucking time that shit was off. I'm so sorry, people.
For what?
The VLC wasn't working. It wasn't showing the intro. But it's okay.
Oh,
we're live
really?
now. Man, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this really quick. Alan tried to tell me. Alan did tell me. He said, all I see is a black screen. I'm like, yeah, it's because you're a bitch or whatever the fuck. I said something really rude to him. Alan tried to help me.
I literally just trying to help. Like, that's my only job on this show.
I see nothing but black. That's because you an asshole, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's because you dick. He's like, okay, well, let's just see how this fucking works out. And I like how you even argue. Is like, interesting. Well, we're gonna start soon, aren't we? This should be fun.
I figured you'll fuck something up. It usually balances out.
Honestly, that was great. Fuck you though, son of a bitch. Gandhi goes, Gary, and the funny thing is that this thing that's on XSplit kind of sucks. Doesn't tell you if someone's talking or not. So it looks like Gandhi just said Gary out of nowhere.
I really lost my mind and called for daddy.
Jeb, what's up with this fucking picture? Who is this?
I'm Mr. Man.
Mr. Man? Is that like a wannabe Mr. Mime?
No. Who's Mr. Mime? This is Mr. Man.
Who the fuck is Mr. Man though? Like,
expose him.
I got questions for this.
I don't.
There's two questions. One, is that still a Pokemon within the generations? Because I haven't been a fan. I just got back into Pokemon Go. So do I have to look out for this mime too when I'm swiping? And number two, is that against censorship there? Because like, I have a feeling we're gonna get flagged for this nudity.
I don't know, because this guy clearly doesn't have a dick, just like Alan. But the thing is, though,
he was born without one. You're very insensitive.
Yeah, it's non-binary or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what binary means.
All right, you know what?
I'm not getting into this discussion.
We're gonna celebrate LGBT Pride Month with this question.
Oh no!
Oh no!
People born without genitals, where do they fall into?
Whatever they want to be.
So it's like it's still like whatever.
Yeah.
So
I feel like there should be a certain category made for them.
I'm looking over here.
Genitals really doesn't mean anything when it comes to gender. It's whatever you want to be.
Yeah, but it comes in terms of sexual expression.
But what the fuck is this? So I'm looking. I looked up Mr. Man. I don't see that thing that you have. But I'm seeing Mr. Tickle, Mr. Man Bun, Mr. Greedy. What the? Did you just fuck with me? Like, he's not part of this, is he?
He is. He's Mr. Man.
Not only is he a part of this, I'm trying to figure out who this guy can hook up with so he can enjoy love and expression for Pride Month. And it's hard to figure that out when someone doesn't have genitals.
Wait,
like,
why does it all be genital based though? Why can't people can just love to just like hang out and shit? Like, why can't it? It always has to be sexual with you, Ganja? Like, what the fuck?
It always has to be sexual with me, Nick.
Well, that makes
why
sense.
Why does he need someone to be happy?
Exactly. Now that brings in more philosophical
Dude,
questions.
I like okay, people. So I was gonna take a drink, so all of a sudden I just stopped touching the mouse, and Google Hangouts went directly to Alan after Jess said that. Like, I don't know what it was.
I'm not even getting involved on this one, man.
But Google Hangouts
Alan, that brings up a good question, man.
No,
shut the fuck up. How about that?
Is true love when you love yourself or when you're loved by others?
I'm like, oh god.
I don't
Mr. Man loves being Mr. Man.
I don't.
That's his true meaning.
You're an asshole, Ganja. You're only laughing because he looks that sad.
I'm only laughing because I don't know where this is fucking going, but I'm having a fun time just getting off the rails with Jet.
I honestly, like, I am too, but I feel sorry for Alan in this conversation. He really, really does not want to talk about this. He's just like, he's like, fuck
Alan, the
this.
point of Mr. Man is to love yourself and love whoever
God, can we move on?
So we are moving on. Here's the thing, man. So obviously today's an unnecessary gaming show. We're gonna talk about video game stuff, obviously. But the thing is like, there's some things here where it's like, I feel like it's more of like a business show than a fucking gaming show. Like this Google Stadia thing, I don't even know if they're going after gamers. You know what I mean? Like, this is weird, man. I feel like this is only for people that are, and I hate saying this too, because like when gamers say this shit, it gets my nerves. But it's for casuals. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we'll get into it, I guess. But yeah, today apparently E3 came early, and I noticed this with tons of fucking topics that we're not even gonna talk about today, of where people just don't follow E3 rules anymore. And you would think at a certain point, like someone from E3 would be like, "Hey, listen, don't you talk about that shit, goddammit." But it's not the case. Alan, have you noticed this too at all, man?
Dude, this has been going on for fucking 20 years. Ever since E3 fucking started, it's like, yeah, people There are two ways to do it. You either keep the surprises so that E3 is like, holy shit, a surprise, or what a lot of companies do, and they've been doing this for like again almost a decade, is they'll basically pre E3 announce. They'll be like, hey, we're gonna have something here. It's gonna be a new Fallout, or it's gonna be a new Watch Dogs, or new whatever the hell. And then at E3 you finally see the gameplay. Like there's two ways of going about it, and it's like, yeah, sometimes they're like, well, we only have a few things, so we can't just sit there and be like, hey, join a surprise, because then some people are like, well, that wasn't fucking worth me waiting 3 months. It's like sometimes people want to know people keep saying, oh man, I wish things would be a surprise, but people do want to know what the fuck they're getting.
All right.
There's very rare times people want to be super surprised.
Can I go next? Can I go next?
No, he's not allowed to talk.
Go ahead, Concha. What's up?
And this is slowly becoming some more of the point. Like, yeah, I hate Nintendo. I get every chance to bash them. I get every chance to argue with it. Even if I'm not backing the facts, I will still bash them. I don't give a fuck. Me and Jen have those conversations all the time. Nick has jumped in and tried to jump me as well. But I will have to give praise to this. If you want to see the future of video game announcements for studios and just like the video game industry in general, you have to switch over to that Nintendo Direct method. A small little setup with a small little conference in random cities where you reveal the games you have coming out that year, and it's waste a lot of money, and it's not a big convention thing, and it's very direct, and it gets the viewers in, and it even builds a community because you have the chat thing, that system now that's working there. And I'm starting to see regulars whenever 90s and Trey post links. I'm noticing regulars every time in the chat, and they seem to be garnering a community doing that shit, which that's way more long-term run than having to fly out to LA, show up, get a hotel room, buy a $300 badge, maybe get a chance to play 2 or 3 games. Rest of it is just looking at a screen.
Oh yeah,
Half of that shit gets released 2 weeks before you fly out.
Don't ever go to a concert, kids, because their album's already out. It's at
The
home.
difference is
why fly out?
You get to see them live. It's not like the same thing.
Don't go there with your friends and enjoy yourself.
You get to watch a screen. It's like, hey man,
Don't have fun.
I'm gonna
Don't go down to E3 with a bunch of your
to
buddies.
go watch the fucking Freddie Mercury movie. Why would you do that? You can watch it at home.
Okay, then why go to a movie theater?
Movie theaters at all, guys.
You know what that?
Don't even bother ever go to a movie theater in your entire fucking
Don't
life.
go to double toasted shows.
Hey,
Damn.
hey. Honestly,
Actually, don't do that in
I
general.
mean, I might actually agree with that one.
Yeah. Don't go to double
That
toasted
one might be
shows.
devices, but when it comes to the movie theater, sometimes you got a fucking point with how easily streaming has gotten with certain movies, and how some movies have direct release with Amazon and YouTube that you don't have to go to the theater to see them, and they're dual release. It's come to the point now that like the theaters really have to offer something better in order for you to come, and that goes with E3. E3's not changing with the times. That's why people aren't really that clamoring to go see it unless they're old school fans from the XSplit generation. from I forget the fucking TV station was called now, but they had Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb and all that shit back when video game was still
No,
a
that's play.
subculture.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And that they haven't brought that hype back. The closest I got was the PSN one where they had an
The
orchestra.
closest you got, motherfucker. Like, you weren't even into this shit half the goddamn
I'm
time.
a hardcore gaming fan. I'm talking about just for
And
the
you're a
regular
hardcore
audience.
hater.
I am, but that's not besides the point at this moment.
Oh, yeah, I'm
talking
sure
about
there's
the
no
general
bias here,
audience.
motherfucker.
There's nothing they're offering for the general
There's
audience.
nothing for you. You gotta stop fucking assuming that your opinion is fucking factual to what's going on.
Alan, what's the difference between your opinion and with that statement in mind?
Because Comic-Con fucking exists.
Yeah, because it's still a thing. That's the thing, Gandhi.
Comic-Con, this is my point. Stop pulling out the whataboutism. I'm talking about
No, I'm not
E3.
pulling out of what about it. It fucking exists. It's obviously not as big as it.
Criticism for E3 is the same criticism for Comic-Con.
Because you are putting your own fucking opinion as fact.
Yeah, because here's the thing. It's about the phrasing. Because you're like, man, no one does that anymore because I don't. And it's like, well, wait, no one does
No,
it.
their sales are down. This is not something I'm bullshit.
Yeah, their sales are down. That always happens. Sales are down for Comic-Con all the fucking time. It's still popular as hell.
No, but here's the thing. Now people are actually skipping Hall H. So we'll talk about that probably on Saturday.
But I'm not pulling this out my ass. This is a trend that's been happening for the last 10 years. That's why not a lot of companies
And
are investing.
again, a lot of things have been changing as far as trends because of the advent of streaming. Where it's like, yeah, the people that were having trouble affording it are not going to go because they didn't have the fucking money. You're confusing the ability to go there versus the want.
I'm actually wondering something really quick too. Do you feel like most people that go there is not there for like the content, but more of like just like the plain shit too? Because one thing that we're forgetting to mention with this E3 shit as well, and even this Google Stadia thing, is like doing directs. People can't go over there and actually try out the fucking games. Like if you're doing a direct and it's pre-recorded, you're just watching some fucking dude in a different language just explain something that you're not gonna get because obviously you have to like have some translator do it. But like, I can't go there and experience like, oh, dude, like, how is this fucking like Arms is gonna be for Nintendo Switch or whatever those games are. I think it was called Arms.
Yeah, you got
But
it.
you have to play the shit out, especially peripherals. Like, you have to be there because everything looks fucking good when it's edited. Like, is Nintendo Switch ever gonna show something that we come out off of Switch or off the Direct? We're gonna be like, wow, that looked like shit. No, because every single thing they have, they made it look perfect. They're not gonna decel their shit. So I feel like that's why we do kind of need E3 a little bit, or at least have like a physical Nintendo Direct. Like, why don't
But
they
that's
do?
the thing, that's what I mentioned. Like with Nintendo Direct has been toying with the idea. They did it with the Pokemon thing, where they did a random pop up in the Pokemon store somewhere,
Oh, really? Okay.
and they did a release for I forget. I think it was like a year and a half ago or something. It was for Pokemon Go or some shit that people showed up and got to play with it for a little while. And that's something that I think is the future because one, I'm seeing it with Paradox. Paradox is still an RTS and they're still a niche market. But they're starting to do that in terms of doing their own like niche little events where they can actually sell small tickets and people go there and they know what to expect and they get to actually play games for the games they're looking forward to. E3 as a general convention in itself is really just down to two or three things. One, big console releases. Two, some booths that are big mega releases or new releases that they're trying to push out that might have a gameplay or might not, where you just go through the different halls and just watch different types of set pieces. And even that goes more to the niche thing because they can do a lot more for a single video game similar to what Bethesda does with their halls. And three, they don't have the sales numbers anymore. It's not that I'm just pulling this out my ass. People are going less and less because things are getting released way early. Things are getting leaked, so you need more of an actual convention environment to actually reason to go there. The reason Comic-Con still sticks around is because they build community. With E3, it seems more it's about the presses and press junkets and the actual like trailers and leaks to show up for. And as soon as those things get less and less as I guess you would call a monopoly market for E3 and more leaks happen, it gives those people less of a justified reason to be there. So by making more of these little spectacles, I think it has a better chance to attract more audience.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point too. But I also see Alan's. I mean, and I think me and Alan have really kind of we don't agree on a lot of things, but like this E3 shit, we definitely do. When it comes to this though, the Google
Hey, I
Stadia
still want to go down there. I'm gonna find a way to trick Ganja into going too. Actually, no. What a thing. Fuck that. I'll go by myself.
Fandom these things say Ganja's opinion is what matters unless Alan talks about CW shows.
Oh damn!
Yeah!
Some bullshit. Ganja's a bitch.
And that's the thing. That Alan's the only one who likes CW shows. So why are you on his ass? Because me and Ganja will talk a bunch of shit. We don't watch any of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, man. When it comes to Google Stadia, and here's the thing too, like not just the Google Direct. I mean, I don't
Do
know
we
what
even
the
talk
fuck
about Google Stadia at all?
no, because there's really nothing to talk about. Like, I will say though, even these directs or even the Google, I don't know. And by the way, like it's not called Direct. It's called something else. I just don't fucking know what it
No,
is.
but again, who started it? And Nintendo, they call them Direct, so everyone calls it. Like the fucking Sony is called State of Play or some stupid shit. So
That's
we
not
call
stupid
them
though.
Sony
That actually
Direct.
sounds kind of nice.
No, it
But
doesn't.
No, it
It's stupid
doesn't.
Shit.
that sounds fine, Jen. I was gonna ask you too.
Stupid
Really,
as
That
shit.
that's basic as fuck.
They're trying to do some fucking state of whatever the fuck speech. What's it called when the president does a speech?
The
State of the Union speech.
yes, the state, the address, well, by point. Wow, I just fucked up completely there. Here's the thing though, Jed, you always want to watch most of these directs, and with Nintendo, I get it. But if this happened more often from many other video game people, whatever, like, would you be interested in seeing more of these? By the way, like the way that Google Stadia was done today, was that interesting to you or no?
I mean, like, I'm gonna watch the shit regardless because I mean it pertains to my interests. So I don't care if they like do it at A3 or do the directs. It doesn't really matter to me. But if they put it out, I'm gonna watch it.
So the main thing is here too is like as I'm looking at this, I gotta tell you, like I'm not really a big fan of the controller or whatnot. Was there anything about Google Stadia at all that you were sold on today, Jet? Because for me, not a whole lot.
I mean, not really. All the games that they showed that is basically like, well, the starting games that they showed like don't interest me at all. I think it was actually no, there actually was one. But they started off with that Baldur's Gate. I didn't like the graphics of that. I thought
Is
they
that
didn't
officially what it was
show
called, by
anything.
the way? Because how do you
Baldur's Gate, is it it's Baldur's Gate 2, right? That they did kind of an update for? Because I think they did announce a Baldur's Gate 3 in that same showcase.
I thought I just said Baldur's Gate. Like, I didn't even know there was any sequels.
Yeah,
over
no,
there.
it is a series. I don't think BioWare made it, but I know BioWare is heavily inspired by it when they did their old stuff. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 2 came out a long fucking time ago. It's a whole top-down kind of Diablo-esque game. They did announce a Baldur's Gate 3, which they didn't show any fucking gameplay, so it almost doesn't matter. But Yeah, they are doing a third Baldur's Gate at some point. I don't know who the fuck is doing it. It's probably Paradox because they're doing everything that's not a fucking RTS or Diablo-esque game.
But Jet, when you saw that though, like, were you kind of sold on that trailer at all, or were you just kind of like, oh, it was just that game? I mean, like, because you and I were guessing what games this could be. But go ahead.
Like, they didn't show nothing. They didn't show no gameplay. They just basically just showed like a dude just turned into a fucking kraken. Like, that doesn't tell me fucking nothing. I'm not gonna like fucking race to fucking get this fucking thing just to play a game I don't know anything about. There's Ghost Recon. I've never been a fan of those games. What else?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Get Packed. I guess that would, I guess, be a pretty interesting game for 4 players, but I feel like the novelty of that would get old fast. Cause you're just fucking messing up shit.
Yeah, because here's the thing too, and I'm wondering, like, I know it's supposed to be like crazy, like just a concept and like how it's gonna be full of a bunch of shit going on, like destruction and whatnot. But it's like this doesn't feel like a game that would be like easy to get into. Like, this is not an entry level game. This is you're playing the fuck out of it. You're playing with your friends. You probably stream it, make some fucking money off of people watching you play it. But I can't imagine this being a very, very popular game.
I could see us playing it at our future trip when we're all a little buzzed, or just having like coming down for the rest of the night. That's just something to have a few giggles before we go to bed. But besides that, there's no real reason to play this.
Yeah, I would not get the service just to play that. Destiny, I don't know why they're still trying to shove that down our throats. No one wants to play that. No one wants to play
Literally nobody.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. I did get it.
That's a literal nobody wants to play that.
Hey, I was asked to give a scenario and I gave one. All right, doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
The weird thing is too is that when it comes to Destiny 2, apparently there's some news coming out as well, and I should have put this in our docs, you know, when we're discussing what we talk about on the show.
Free to play.
Yep, it's going free to play, which means that people who bought the season pass and then another DLC and then another DLC and then the game itself, that's all for nothing.
Not necessarily, because if it's a DLC, the DLC is still going to be what it is. Free to play is that the base game is going to, yeah, you get that, but all the DLC shit is probably still going to be purchasable. Maybe it'll be at a discount or whatever the fuck. It doesn't mean every single thing a part of the game is going to be free. It's going to be the MMO method of like, hey, you either go to the disc or you can download it off PlayStation for free, but all the DLC and season pass stuff is still gonna, you still have to pay for that shit. It's just, it's literally to get people to fucking play this game because nobody wants to play this garbage ass fucking game. Yeah, Destiny 2 fucking sucks. It's not any better than Destiny 1, and Destiny 1 sucked.
But within that too, people don't want to play a certain game. I think that's why they're signing up to Stadia, because I'm gonna ask you too, Jet, and I'll ask all you guys this too. When Stadia puts out a game like Destiny 2, that is okay. Like, even if you don't like it, it's like, well, you don't like it because you're not gonna spend $60 on it. But maybe if it was free, you might give it a shot, and then you might get addicted to it. Do you think that might work for you, Jet? Like, even though you were never gonna spend money on this, maybe because it's gonna be free on Stadia, you might give it a shot now.
I already have it free on fucking PlayStation 4. I'm not getting that fucking game
Okay.
again.
I actually didn't even get it on PlayStation 4. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I buy
Like,
it.
I for one look to playing Skyrim on this one.
Wow, man, you know they're gonna do that too. Google Skyrim,
Yeah,
Google
of course.
you know, and Resident Evil 4. Oh my god,
Ultra Mega Edition.
I'm so fucking sick of Resident Evil 4, dude. And I was gonna play it. I was literally gonna play it on on our show, and we still might, cause I'm just gonna cheat through the entire.
I'm never gonna
game.
get sick of this.
Yeah, and you got the shittiest version too on Wii. Garbage.
This is not the shittiest. No, you have never played the original PC version of Resident Evil 4. You think the Wii version is the shittiest version?
Yeah, you're right.
No, like this is functional and controls well.
Oh shit, yeah, Tiberius Monk in the chat. How you doing, man? No one ever says hey, chat. They're just like, hey, hi. No, can someone say hi to me? Can somebody say hi to me? Anyways.
No, Alan, I think Nick's having a moment. Help him.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna actively do the opposite.
Oh, fuck you, Alan. You son of a bitch. Oh, and then he says, hey, Nick, right, man, fuck you then. Kilgore, I just got done saying, like, yay, and you gotta fuck with me. Goddamn. God, what else was okay? So Borderlands 3 apparently was gonna get this game. I guess Stadia is gonna get Borderlands 3 before Steam does. Is that gonna be something that might hold you over, Jet? Because I don't even know. Like, what are you gonna buy Borderlands 3 on? What console?
For PlayStation 4.
Okay.
Like, why would I why would I get this just to get Borderlands when I can easily just download it on my PlayStation 4?
I mean, true, but then again, I feel like, and we were talking about this too, is like, what's going to be less expensive, like continuing your PS4 fucking membership or getting the Stadium, which I guess is like $10 a month.
Yeah, like, for example, like if you didn't have like an Xbox or PlayStation, like, what would be cheaper in the long run? And then you had to put into like, okay, you had to buy the console, like PlayStation 4, like Xbox 360. Then you gotta buy like their subscription service,
Yeah,
and
and their
that's basically
controller.
every month or whatever. The controllers usually come with the consoles, don't they?
No, apparently that controller, the special one, is gonna be $60. But the thing is, though, I think you
Oh
can use
yeah, I've heard
Xbox
the
One
Stadia.
controllers.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like I mean, do you even really like have to get that for the Stadia?
I'm wondering.
That probably because again, it's probably gonna be a specific Bluetooth controller that hooks up to your TV or whatever the fuck. But it's just like, yeah, because like, okay, are we assuming every single game on the Stadia platform is free as long as you pay the subscription, or is it gonna be you have to get a certain tier of the subscription to get the newer games free? Because what was that fucking EA Play or whatever the fuck that thing is called?
Mm-hmm.
On the base level $5, you get whatever games they put on there, which is most of them. But in order to play the newer games, you have to pay the $20 tier. So it's like,
Oh,
hey,
wow.
you get the $5 tier, you get to play most of the games, and eventually the games that are new games will eventually get on there, usually after a year or so. But if you play the $20, you get to play it right away. I have no idea because again, there's so little on Stadia. But I don't see this being for anything because that's why they're getting so many of the older games. Because I don't see them putting many quote unquote newer games there for free. It makes no sense because it's gonna cut into their fucking sales. Why are you gonna sit there? Yeah, because they had a lot of problems with the Epic Game Store sale. Had a lot of issues because of this exact BS of like, hey, you can't sit there and knock $15 off this brand new game for only a week and a half before it's even out. You're gonna fuck over everybody else that's gonna buy it at another point or doesn't want to buy it on fucking the Epic Store.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you in that sense too. I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, I might get this, but the thing is, like, here's a number I want to show really quick that really scared the fuck out of me. So they're talking about the Founders Edition, which the regular edition I guess will be like $30 where the fuck. But the Founders Edition that comes with the controller and everything that you're gonna end up buying anyways is $129.99. They said, and it's funny because like right after they named that price and the direct, they do say, oh, by the way, like this is $300 worth of content that you get for just $129. And I'm like,
Man, that was it.
yeah, no, it's some bullshit because every time they fucking do that, that's what happened with all these pre-orders too. Like with Resident Evil 2, they're like, hey, a typewriter is actually worth $5,000. All you gotta do is spend $350. It's a typewriter. Why would I do that? That makes no fucking sense. Just because they use a typewriter in some of the Resident Evil games, like go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's one of those iconic things. No, I do definitely hate that thing, but it's like, yeah, this is again, you're already buying in on this. I see this for people that don't play games a lot and are already used to getting subscription services, and again, they don't do that a lot. Like, I hate game streaming. I think game streaming is awful. Not because, maybe it'll save me money in the long run. Maybe I don't have to necessarily buy these games right. It's because it sucks up so much bandwidth. It's because there's so much lag input, and that's still a problem with the Stadia. They still have the lag input and they still have the bandwidth issues. Like,
Well,
I
they
think
said
got
apparently, and I'm gonna see how much you believe this, but they also did say in the video that Google apparently is gonna handle like 80% of the like finances, like to go towards like we are gonna be doing all this bandwidth shit. We're gonna handle it all, so you guys can have a 30 megabit fucking speed and still be playing like 4K video games.
That's not how that works. Obviously, I'm not a tech guy. That makes no sense. And that also sounds like that stupid fucking movie pass bullshit.
Yes.
Again, this is not going to work. Like, PlayStation Now is the best example of this going. $20 a month, you get the entire library of PS4 and PS3, and it runs like complete garbage because the bandwidth usage is ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's funny too because I always look at it like, okay, what words are they using to say this? Because they'll have a thing on screen saying, hey, 30 megabytes per second, 4K. Can't believe you guys can handle that shit in streaming, right? But they don't really say that's going to play well. They're just like, oh, it plays. You know what I mean?
Like,
They're not saying
again,
like you can actually play Mortal Kombat 11. Like, it's funny, like you're going to play a fighting game on there, so I'm going to play online. Imagine how horrible.
Lag input itself, that's why game streaming doesn't work, because there's always going to be a lag input, because again, you're streaming the game to your whatever. Like, think about this stream right now is 30 seconds behind.
Yeah.
What we're saying right now, you guys won't see for another 30 seconds. I can literally type in, you guys won't see this for 30 seconds in the chat right now, and by the time I fucking say it, that thing will not be on screen. Because there's a fucking delay there. That delay works so that we can actually get things running. A 1 second delay with a video game is like, press A, and then I jump. Like, that is fucking awful.
Yeah, even
Stadia
milliseconds.
is doing that.
Yeah, even milliseconds. I lose my shit over losing just 0.002 seconds in my fighting game. Because if you fucking if it messes up, I can't do it. You know what I mean? So it's frustrating. But
Hey,
you know what's
you guys
funny
want
though?
to play mental Mortal Kombat 11, where we just kind of imagine what we're gonna do? Because guys, that's how Stadia's gonna fucking run.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. It's coming out later this year, so man, you bet we're gonna be there talking shit about it if it does suck. But I hope it's gonna be good. Here's another thing. Now, on top of having this other story about Fortnite, I gotta tell you, this picture alone, I'd rather just discuss what the fuck is this
One
picture.
banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4.
Oh, that might be for that new game that Devolver is releasing.
Check
My
out
friend
a piece of
Pedro.
little whore.
I don't know what I'm just saying.
I don't.
I'm busting it down.
Apparently,
God, Dick.
a young Fortnite pro player was banned on Twitch after claims that he was lying about his age because of the FaZe clan. And FaZe, do you know who FaZe is, Alan?
No.
Okay, FaZe is basically
Why
his
is God
clan
face palming?
because Call of Duty.
No, phase like means either two things. He's talking about like a phaser gun, like some real nerdy shit. Or they talking about being really high.
I'm gonna go with Comic Con and nerdy shit. You psycho.
Yeah, no, but no, because the FaZe clan basically they're guys who are really really good at Call of Duty. He's just fucking he's high, y'all.
He's in his own world. Ignore him.
and honestly, I don't think it's Haze that is the drug.
I
thing,
remember
right?
that fucking PS3 game. That game was okay.
What the fuck? I'm
What?
trying to talk about the weed thing now. Just forget it.
I'm
Just
sorry, I'm
forget
talking about a
it.
video game on a video game show.
Look, I just love that their fucking group name is called Phase Group, whatever, or fucking Mad Candy or whatever the fuck they're called. And it's just like the story's like, yeah, gamer too young to play with this group that might have a
I mean,
marijuana
it is
nickname.
Call of Duty. All those games are M for mature, so if you're fucking 15, you're technically not you're legally not allowed to play the game.
Yeah, but apparently there's a lawsuit that's being used against the F clan because this motherfucker gonna giggle. And
Wait, they spelled phase with an F?
oh my god.
Fuck these guys, man. I hope they fucking all go to jail.
So I mean, well, that's Alan's opinion. So next topic.
No, continue. Why is this kid being sued? Who's being sued? What the
No,
fuck?
because FaZe. So Pokemon Sword and Shield are coming November 15th. I gotta ask you guys really quick, and I know that we're not all super into Pokemon, but I'm pretty sure you guys have played at least a fucking couple. Jen, are you there by the way?
I am. I had to
You
yell
are?
at somebody.
Oh, very nice. No, I'm gonna ask you really quick. What does Pokemon need to do to fucking whoop ass these next two games?
Just come out.
Oh, bullshit. No, because here's the thing. There's been lots of Pokemon games that have come out in these generations, and they weren't so fucking great. They didn't do very, very well. I don't think. You know what I mean?
What?
most of it honestly has to do like how easy the games are, what the starters are like, how the legendaries are, story, stuff like that. They usually don't do too bad like with those. I feel like Sun and Moon actually did a really good job with their story.
Oh,
But
they did, and like numbers wise, it did great. But like, wasn't there a whole generation, like 2 or 3 generations, where people just like, I'm sick of the Pokemon shit.
literally everybody's different. Everyone has maybe 1 or 2 generations they don't like at all.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah, because like maybe you'll find one person that absolutely hates the first 2 generations but likes the recent generations, or maybe you'll find someone who likes 3rd and 4th generation but absolutely despises fucking the ones past those generations.
Only fuck with
Nick's been hanging around Trey too much. Who fucking hates the last like 6 Pokemon games?
Nah, man. I honestly, I fuck with Pokemon, but me personally, I only fuck with the first and second region. I don't know the names, but it's the first and second.
Yeah. Pokemon Silver, Crystal, blah blah bullshit, and then
Yeah,
Yellow,
all that
Red, and
shit.
Blue. Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I'm gonna ask you, man. What does Shield and Sword need to do to kind of win you over? I mean, are you already won over just because they're coming out?
Fuck no, I haven't played a Pokemon game since Silver because I don't like the combat system. I've never liked the combat system. I don't like having to sit there and wait to be hit in the face by some fucking Pokemon. I'd rather they're never gonna do it real time because that'd be damn near fucking
They
impossible.
got Pokken.
Yeah, Pokemon tournament.
Pokken Tournament, yeah, but Pokken Tournament is a fighting game. Like I might play that, but
Still
it's like
Pokemon.
eh. What's up?
Still Pokemon.
Oh yeah, it's still Pokemon, but it's like I like the idea of Pokemon. It's like, hey, you go fight these monsters and stuff with other monsters. I'm like, that's cool as shit. But like, I never liked the combat system of Pokemon in any way, shape, or form. That's why I only ever played one, and every
You
single
got
other
Pokemon
game was like,
Ranger.
what?
You got Pokemon Ranger. Pokemon Shuffle. You got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
You got
Oh,
Pokemon
half
VCR.
those are card games.
You got Pokemon
No,
Snap.
wait, no, they weren't. You're
Yo,
talking about?
Pokemon Snap was my shit, Nick.
Yeah, that was
Any
some
fucking
bullshit.
way, whatever the
fuck
goddamn
you.
shit's going on. I
Fuck
never
you.
liked the combat system, so when I see that the only differences between from one
Yeah.
game to the next is like Jet said, is the levels, the Pokemon, and the story. I'm like, as Pokemon interesting as some of these stories might be, I'm sure they are. I've never played them. I'm not gonna get past that combat system anytime soon, so I'm never ever gonna play. You want to do that? Do what they did with Monster Hunter and fucking port, like not so much port it to a new console, but just let me fight in real time. Why are y'all laughing?
That's Pokemon.
I just fucking.
Okay, I'll play Pokken. If the next Pokemon game had the same combat system as Pokken Tournament, I would buy it.
Well, also there's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That exists.
Shut up, Jet. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't even know these Pokemon games exist.
I don't even think they
There's
do. I
Pokemon
think she's
Ranger.
making it up because I can't argue.
The only puzzle one there I said was Pokemon Shuffle.
That's funny.
Pokemon Shuffle sounds like a card game.
It sounds like an iPod thing. You would have
No,
thought.
it,
Like,
to me it sounds like a DDR game, bro.
oh yeah, you do the shuffle. Yeah. No, yeah, I thought she was just like saying shit. But then again, like there was another game that I saw. And it was called Poke Park something or Pikachu's. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like,
No.
I'm saying
Yeah,
it
that
wrong.
one was more of just take care of your Pokemon type thing.
Yeah, and it's like holy
Oh
shit.
yeah, I remember that.
And dude, we didn't even talk about this. There's gonna be a Pokemon Sleep where you play the game in your sleep. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What does that even mean?
You
my
just
favorite was people someone have memed it and they made Pokemon Lazy Fuck with Snorlax at the end of it.
yeah, that's what it is though.
You have to explain this. What the fuck is Pokemon
Dude,
Sleep?
there's a game that's gonna come out and basically it's Pokemon Go, except it's go to sleep. Like you just sleep, and like the game just plays while you're asleep. Like I swear to God. Which, by the way, what's keeping me from just saying I'm gonna leave it on all day to act like I'm asleep?
That reminds me of Sunrise of Rome, a game with the combos finish for you, and if an enemy's about to attack you, it'll auto kill them.
Well, Devil May Cry has those and shit too, though. Like
No, not this bad, man.
really,
Not this fucking bad. Like I actively would fuck up combos and not do anything, and it would be like pause. Oh, you press R trigger? That does nothing. Oh, I'm gonna finish the combo for you, Dooku. I'm like, why am I even here?
You know what's funny though is like you say that and it sounds ridiculous, but we have a fighting game, y'all, that just came out, Mortal Kombat 11. Most of the shit that I need to get, I have to let the game play for me. I have to play as AI.
That sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's like, wow, have you guys ever like wanted to buy a game that you see on YouTube? Well, this game will be like, man, you should have watched it on YouTube. Like, I have to watch the game do it for me. I've never heard of that in my life, where
Dude,
I'm
it's
buying a
like-
game to watch it.
Dude, it's shit like that where I don't. That's why I never do collectibles or achievement runs because I don't give a goddamn shit about trying to get some fun shiny trophy. I'm gonna play the game, and I played the story, and it was trash. It's a fighting game, so I'm just gonna go online and play until again I want to play something else. Like that's why I never go through that collectible bullshit because it's usually behind some arbitrary shit. Like the Arkham games broke me on trying to find all the fucking Riddler trophies because those things were fucking stupid as shit. So I never was one of those collectibles 100% achievement. So when it comes to that stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking play the game until I get to an arbitrary point, which is about 60 or 70%, which means I did the main story and a lot of the side quests, and then I'll move on to the next fucking game. I don't need to get 100% to feel like I quote unquote got my money's worth. Did I enjoy the game when I fucking got to the credits or not?
You know what I'm gonna really enjoy though, Alan?
What?
I'm gonna enjoy playing as every NPC I could possibly find in fucking Watch Dogs Legion. Apparently, this fucking Watch Dogs game, and look, I'm telling you right now, this is a huge sign, people, and this is something you should probably take for like when you get into like Rockstar games or free roam games. But when they tell you something so huge, like you're gonna play as every NPC, we're gonna have such a world economy in here that you're gonna be doing this. They can't do this, y'all. Like games do have a ceiling, believe it or not, you know, and I gotta tell you, as soon as Watch Dogs is telling me this, I'm like, wow, this game's gonna suck so bad, but at least I get to play as everybody, and then they'll be able to use that to be like, hey, we're innovators, we're the first ones to do this, and they're gonna rest on those morals instead of actually giving me something fucking good. I'm upset about this. I don't even give a fuck
I
that they're
think you're
gonna be in
jumping
London.
way too much into this. Like, they're like, oh man, the game's gonna suck because they're focused on this. Like, no, it's just gonna be they're overplaying this one mechanic, but the game itself is gonna be fun. Because again, they did that same thing with Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 2 is a pretty good game. It has its issues because again, Ubisoft sometimes doesn't know how to write a story to save their goddamn lives, but it actually does run and play really, really well. I am really curious about this because this is something that I wish Rockstar would fucking do. Like,
What, just
I
being in a
want
different place?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm so sick of every open world fucking shooter being in fucking America. It's so infuriating.
But
Like I want
it's
to see different
just-
fucking countries.
Okay, is that coming from a Canadian perspective?
No.
Yes.
I feel
It's
like it is
not from
too.
a Canadian perspective, because again, I love the GTA series and I played most of them. But again, I'm curious to see because there's a lot of values for both Watch Dogs and for GTA that I want to see if they can emulate it in a different country. The craziness of the party extravaganza life, the fucking the horrible murder and the weapons and the carnage that those games that GTA has. I want to see can they emulate that in a different country and make it fucking work. Because like again, we're having this argument that the fucking next GTA 6 is gonna be fucking a remake of Vice City. I'm like, there are more than 3 states in America. Set it somewhere fucking else and do something fucking different.
Alan, lick my butthole. I want
Go
Vice
fuck
City
yourself. You hate
Lick
fucking
the
remakes
circular
and
chocolate
reboots until it's
starfish.
something you like.
That is my asshole, Alan.
Until it's something you like, you are full of shit. But with Watch Dogs, I'm like, okay, it's all about
He
hacking
says
and stuff.
chocolate starfish.
Okay, but one of the things with because again, I was like, man, Watch Dogs, stop setting it in America. You guys are about hacking and stuff. Go to fucking Russia. Go to China. The hacking places, those are the biggest hacking places on the planet. And they didn't go to either China or
GTA,
Russia.
Iowa.
GTA
Fuck
Brazil.
it. Are you telling me you would not enjoy that if it was a well-written?
Yeah,
fucking
well,
story?
have you ever fucking played Far Cry? Like, that's basically what Iowa would fucking be.
Yeah.
Mexico?
But Far Cry, okay, yeah, Far Cry 5 ended up not being that good. But Far Cry games are interesting because they
Mexico
set
and
them in
Brazil.
different places.
Dude, Driver. Driver does that shit a lot, too, where they go into these weird...
And Driver was
awful-
a popular series.
Here's the thing, though. Shut up! Driver did this thing where inside one game, you get to play in all these different places. And you know which fucking places always suck to play at? The fucking non-America places. When the streets are all small because, like, oh, this place has poverty. It's like,
Okay,
that sucks for them, but I want to drive with a big fucking freeway.
okay, you're no. But the thing is, that game is called okay. That game is called Driver. So yes, setting Driver in probably a different place outside of America that doesn't have as many fucking roads is not gonna be as fun because it's called fucking Driver. It's not called, like again, and I know Grand Theft Auto is that thing, but like there's a lot more to Grand Theft Auto than fucking racing. There's a lot fucking more that's going on. And same thing with fucking Watch Dogs. There's a lot more than fucking racing. Like I'm glad, hey, Watch Dogs set it in fucking Europe. I'm curious to see what you're gonna do with that fucking setting. I'm curious what you're gonna do with the weapons. Please, for the love of God, don't give me a fucking arsenal with a goddamn tank
You're
in a
doing
fucking
that
game about
millennial
hacking.
shit. You're doing that millennial shit where you
How
just
am I
want
doing
the thing.
millennial shit?
It's that thing of like you just want what you don't have. It's like it's fine
No,
the way it is.
I don't want the same fucking 4 places. It's like how
But
why does
they're all
every
they all
superhero
look
movie
different
have to be
every
in
single
fucking New
time.
York?
They all look different every single time. Fucking San Andreas has a place that's like Las Vegas and San Francisco.
That was the first time they did that. That's why San
Oh,
Andreas
but-
is so fucking good.
Well, hold on. Don't you yell at me.
What? Why do you think I don't like GTA 5
Michael.
as much? Why do you think I don't like GTA 5 as much? It's because it's just San Andreas again.
Yeah, but it has a bunch of
But it has some other bullshit and it's not as fucking good.
It's really good.
It's not as good as fucking San Andreas.
It's fucking
not
good.
saying
I
that's
like it.
fucking
I
good.
like it a lot.
I don't give a shit what you like.
It's fucking delicious.
I don't give a shit what you like. I want to see set in fucking different places. Like I would love for fucking GTA in fucking Japan. You know how cool that shit would be?
No.
All right,
Have you
they
played
lost
Stranglehold? Have you played Stranglehold? That doesn't even fucking...
Stranglehold is not a
Yo,
fucking open world
Rockstar
third-person
already
shooter.
Rockstar already said they
And
came
yes, I
out
played
and said-
Stranglehold.
Rockstar literally came out and said, "Yo, we're not gonna do Japan because their roads suck and we want to have racing mechanics."
I get, yeah. By the way, like they managed to fix it. It fucking. By the way, let's talk about GTA's garbage ass fucking driving. In 4 it was fucking trash.
Oh,
In
don't
San
you
Andreas,
dare.
Okay, watch me. GTA games outside of fucking. I'm not gonna say Rockstar because Rockstar has done actual racing franchises, but GTA games driving has been honestly most of the time.
so it's worse than
I
fucking
just
Saints
don't
Row.
want my
Five, but
GTA
it's still garbage.
series be turned into the Assassin's Creed series where we just go to places just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, and they're all,
Thank you.
yeah. God forbid we set it into fucking different places. Let's go for fucking Liberty City for the 18th fucking
By
time.
the way, in Assassin's Creed, every place might as well be the fucking same because you don't even got a goddamn TV in this motherfucker. Every goddamn place looks exactly the fucking same.
What?
You're walking around.
Hey, every single place. Yeah. Fucking ancient Egypt looks
Shut up.
identical to Victorian England.
Just,
Hold on, I was
just
on your
let it
side. What
happen.
the fuck is a TV?
Yeah. Fucking Victorian England looks identical to fucking ancient Egypt.
I meant that in the sense it has no technology because all the houses look the same. Every house is fucking no air conditioned. The shit's about to break the fuck down, and that's a place. That's the case in every single place in Assassin's Creed. Every single place in Assassin's Creed.
We need cyber.
You don't know what you're
Assassin's
talking
Creed.
about.
Every
We need a cyber Assassin's Creed right now. We
Thank
need
you.
TVs.
no, and here's the thing too. Thank you, Jet. No, actually, fuck you.
Yeah, you're just making shit up.
No, but here's another thing
Just
too,
to
though.
argue.
No, but here's another thing though. With Assassin's Creed, man, Ganja, you asshole.
We need
You're supposed to be on my side.
Wi-Fi. These assassinations would go a lot easier if we had Wi-Fi to dox these fucking people.
The thing is like every Assassin's Creed. Can you name one place that has some kind of modernization in Assassin's Creed? They're all in poverty because they don't have technologies that we have now, so there's nothing to do.
Yeah,
I'm just
because
running
it's
around
set
on horses
in a
and
fucking
shit.
ancient setting.
I know, but
you're
at least Grand Theft Auto and all that shit can go back and forth between like modern
the
day,
same three
90s,
fucking areas.
but different eras. Every single time, different technologies, etc. I mean, GTA 4, the whole thing was new.
Set between the 80s and modern.
I know, but
fucking
the
day.
life changes a lot within those times. But you look at Red Dead Redemption 2, and no one's complaining about the fact that that's the same fucking thing. And just like no one's complaining about the fact that Assassin's Creed is the same fucking thing. But the thing is that GTA actually is fucking different every single time. Every single time is different. Like, the whole world is different. Even when, and the reason why I brought up San Andreas is because after that, most of the games that came out, they do have a section that feels like another location. Like, there's a desert area, Mojave County, wherever the fuck, in GTA 5, and it feels like redneck, whatever the fuck town. It's amazing. Then they have a rich area with casinos and shit. Like,
and I'm not saying that those are bad. I love San Andreas, but when you jump into fucking 5, I feel like, again, they're just emulating some of the same areas, and the game is not nearly as fucking interesting or good as San Andreas. And the thing is, Assassin's Creed games do change very fucking drastically between the fucking places that they go. Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4, is not the same thing as fucking Unity. It's not the same thing as the next fucking game. And the game prior to that is not the same thing either.
No. But Unity and everything else, like Black Flag, that's different. That's why that game was good. But all the other ones surrounding Black Flag, they're the same fucking game.
No, they're not, because you have Unity, which is completely different than Black Flag. Syndicate, which is similar stuff, but there's a lot of different fucking aesthetics, including fucking the streets them fucking sell, since y'all love to fucking talk about streets. And then you go into fucking Odyssey. Well, sorry, Origins, which is set in fucking ancient Egypt. Like, no, you're just saying shit because you hate the fucking series. You're not saying factual things.
I love Assassin's Creed.
You are a liar.
I don't love Assassin's Creed. That shit's.
Point is,
bad.
I'm excited to see fucking Watch Dogs in LA because I want to see what they can do. With
In LA? In LA? It's in London.
London, my bad.
It's in London. See, my point
London,
exactly.
My fucking bad.
Point
Get out of here, chair, motherfucker. Anyway, I'm curious to see what Watch Dogs is going to be in London. I really enjoy non-American settings because I want to see what they're going to do differently. I'm curious what they're going to do with the fact that, again, they're picking that. That's a brilliant place to pick because it's one of the most heavily surveilled places on the planet. The CCTV is everywhere. So I'm curious what they're going to do with that in the story. I'm curious what they're going to do with the weapons because that place is notorious for that. Are they going to focus on melee, or are they going to maybe limit it and maybe make something like Mirror's Edge where there's more melee combat and more knives?
Because London is known for its gunplay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, yeah, they're fucking reducing it. Listen to me when I fucking speak before you jump in. I said they're gonna have reduced guns, which works better for the fucking series because these guys are a bunch of hackers. Maybe they're gonna focus more on fucking melee combat, but no, you're just sitting there. Well, I'm American and guns.
Lies like a motherfucker. It's gonna take that GTA formula where you gotta fucking go under someone's basement. And that's where you go pick up the Desert Eagles and shit.
Oh no, and another thing too, they're gonna do that bullshit where I have to fucking hear like, okay, so here's the thing, America, we're cool now.
Listen to this, guys. You're gonna love this shit.
No, but
we about to get real nationalist up in this.
No, here's the thing. In America, we're cool with we understand that jokes are there. Like sometimes some people get offended, but like when these games come out and they have a black guy going yo 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 and a Mexican hey Holmes and tortilla, like when these things come out, we're used to it because it's Rockstar. How the fuck are people going to feel when they're in Brazil making fun of fucking Brazilians and shit and having all those fucking stereotypes coming out? Even in Japan, I do not want to see Rockstar do a Japan game where they're fucking making fun of Asians the entire goddamn 8-hour fucking playthrough. Like they're not going to get that joke. They're going to be offended. What's going to happen then, Alan? Huh? What's going to happen then?
Easy. They're not going to sit there and make everything a fucking stereotype. They're going to have an actual game set there. Because, no one's ever done a game with fucking British people. Ubisoft has never done a game that involves people with different languages and cultures. Oh, wait, no, that's half their fucking game library. And they've done it for fucking a decade.
Okay. Well, shit.
I mean, if you still think about it, he's wrong.
Yeah, somehow.
Ow!
If you guys rewind it back,
everyone in Assassin's Creed Odyssey has a Greek accent.
If you guys rewind all of Alan's dialogue and like rewind it in slow motion, he's usually saying like, "I'm Ron." Like,
well, if you rewind it in slow motion, yes, it'll sound like that.
Exactly. It's like subliminal or whatever. The main thing I want to bring up, we've argued so much about the fucking location of this, but really quick, I'm gonna ask Jet. With the whole idea of them apparently doing like you can play as any NPC, do you agree with me in the sense of like they're not gonna be able to do this shit, or if they do and they do that well, everything else surrounding that's gonna be garbage?
Why do I want to play as an NPC? Why do I want to play as myself?
Yeah, and by the way, yeah, play as a non-playable character. That doesn't make fucking sense too. That's
thing. They mean like the random civilian, but like what the hell does that actually mean? Like, how are you actually playing? Is that like, do they go into detail about that?
No, but what I would imagine is that they're gonna like you use your phone and then you you just, I don't know, Alan.
That's what I was saying. That's a very thanks, Nick. Thanks. Let me clear that up. That's a very important distinction because is this like that game fucking Mind Jack where for some fucking reason you can like hack into people's brains to control them? Which okay, you just jump from person to fucking person, whatever the fuck that's existed.
Like Prototype.
Like Prototype.
It's just a Psychonauts sequel.
Yeah, I never even played Psychonauts.
But they are doing a Psychonauts sequel, but or is it going to be a situation in which you can jump from person's phone to phone? Like that's what I'm saying. Plays any NPC. Like what does that actually mean? Because like you could have said the same thing about Fallout 4, where you can make any NPC in the game because they use the character creation for that game is what they use to make every NPC in the game. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like what does that actually fucking mean? We'll have to see more about E3 because I'm not gonna sit here and speculate because I don't know what the fuck it means.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, Ganja, do you feel like they're going to fuck that up somehow? Do you feel like that's, like, okay, you know what, before I even continue on, because I know Ganja's kind of like, I don't know. Another situation, Marvel Spider-Man, and I know I'm about to piss off everybody that's left on my side now, but, like, they were like, probably, because there's some smart people in the chat. You're fucking brilliant.
That game's garbage, by the way.
It really is.
So is your opinion.
It's trash. And you should.
Is your opinion.
By the way, Alan, you know how some people pawn stuff to get drug money? You should just sell that for drugs straight up. That would be better for you than fucking Marvel
wouldn't buy it.
Wait,
from
that's
you.
so just do exactly what you said. Pawn it for drug money.
Oh shit! Yeah. No, here's the thing. I'm fucked up. I'm really tired, y'all.
Look, I'll say it right now. I don't know what point you have, but I'm just gonna go out and rant about Spider-Man. That game was just the same motherfucking gameplay every Spider-Man game has since the fucking 2000s, early 2000s. Nothing was different except maybe the swing was a little bit better and they didn't have like generic ass storylines from the movies. That's about it. The minigames sucked. The story mode sucked. I had to go collect coins in order to continue shit. That's straight out of the fucking movie series. Yeah. I have that on PlayStation 2. I can just play that if I want to go out to the living room. Man, I had high hopes for the game.
You actively didn't have to collect coins to continue the story, but sure, continue lying to the people.
I will lie to the people when necessary.
The thing is, though, like, and I'll go to my point where I was trying to say is, like, with the trailers for that game and the gameplay stuff or whatever, they kept showing flying. Oh, you guys want flying, right? Flying. And then when you play the game, it's like, wow, this flying's good. Did they work on anything else? Because the rest of this game is complete garbage. The flying, hey, I agree with you, Alan. Best flying ever. I don't give a fuck.
Like swinging?
Yeah, or swinging, whatever the fuck. Like, that's
a fucking huge difference. I was like, are we talking about Anthem right now?
Well, no, but, like, you basically are flying. Like, is there any point? Like, dude, I barely landed on the fucking street. Like, that whole game.
Hey, well, then it's doing its fucking job, right? If the fucking movement system is a very fun part. But again, it's swinging and flying. I'm not gonna go into it. Let's just fucking move on to swinging. We had a discussion on that time. Yeah, the swinging is one of the most important part because guess what? It's like how we just argued GTA that they want to focus so much on fucking driving, but the driving fucking sucks in the GTA games. Yeah, I fucking said it. The driving game in GTA fucking sucks.
You're the only person that's ever said that in my entire life.
Then they didn't play GTA 4.
Your opinion is garbage.
Yeah, by the way, you're the one who likes GTA 4, so fuck off.
I love GTA 4, but the driving sucks.
Okay, well then tell your game to get better and be as good as the games I like.
What?
I'm not even gonna. Okay. Whatever the fuck. That fucking.
Shut up!
That was so fucking stupid. But anyway, just to go there, it's like, yeah, I love the hell out of the combat system. It was simple, but the environment itself was so interesting when you were actually beating the shit into how you have context-sensitive environments. Like, yeah, I really fucking enjoyed it because I enjoyed the other fucking Spider-Man games. Like, I enjoyed Web of Shadows. That's still to this day my favorite fucking Spider-Man game because the combat is really interesting and the story is fucking incredible. I love the story of Spider-Man PS4 and I love the fucking gameplay of Spider-Man PS4 because I enjoy that fucking level of gameplay. But if you grew up playing Devil May Cry where it has that combo-based system, or you grew up playing fighting games, you're not going to enjoy the simplisticness of it. I'm not saying that you're wrong for not enjoying it, but just saying wrong shit is wrong.
I know, but and I'm not saying that. I know God's just fucking with you, but me, I legitimately like my issue with that game. My issue with that game is just the fact, and that's why I'm worried about Watch Dogs. Is like when you really push on this one thing that's fucking huge, everything else needs to be like respected as well. Like you do need a foundation to build like this fucking cool little gimmick you have. You know what I mean?
The thing is okay, two things. You're jumping on a gimmick that we don't even fucking in no way, shape, or form even understand, comprehend what's going on. And two, this is the third installment in an established series. We already know the basics. We already know how the shooting and driving is going to work, almost the controls, and we're going to know that it basically runs on you hacking security cameras and street lights and people's phones to steal their money from their accounts because you're the worst person on the planet. Like, we already know the basics of the foundations of the game. So of course they're gonna sit there and be like, "Hey, we're tooting this new thing," because guess what? You already know what you're walking into. You already know how the game's gonna move. You already know how you already know how the missions are gonna go. But let's add something else here to change things up. I don't know what the fuck it means yet, but I'm curious to be like, "Hey, this is the new selling point. What the hell is it gonna be?"
Yeah, no, I didn't. Look, we'll agree to disagree in that sense. I wasn't trying to go all the way in on Watch Dogs. I'm just saying
I don't
I get
believe
worried
you.
about
Watch
this.
Dogs is trash.
And by the way, speaking of driving too, like, no, you know what? I'm never gonna have it.
No, you're right. The driving's not that good in those games.
It's well, especially two. It's like, dude, I mean, seriously.
Yeah, it was better than one. Oh my god, one was fucking ridiculous. I don't know who designed the car physics in that game, but like, a fucking tiny ass electric car is not gonna be able to smash head on to an armored fucking van and knock it off the road.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's tried it.
But here's the thing, though. You know what I'm gonna try to do, Alan?
No.
I mean, shit. Well, fuck you. But anyways, but I meant to say Ganja. Ganja, you know what I'm gonna try to do?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to listen to your submersive podcast on what particular fucking channel, sir?
The Metropolis Facebook channel.
Mm-hmm. All right. Why'd you tell people about that channel?
Or just a group channel? Either way,
call
a
that
collective of
Immersive
different
Facebook
artists, podcasters, people that like talk shit, people like to give opinions and review stuff. And one of the things I like to do is talk shit about history and inform you guys on things that they don't tell you in your history book. So check out Smith's History. I'm working on the next episode. It's gonna be about marijuana history and my criticism of marijuana culture today. For right now, I got Mayday episode. Go check that up. That's about a previous worker holiday that happened 2 months ago. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Give me criticisms, comments, all that good stuff. I also do another show with this asshole and another great friend, Rufus.
Where he's just as wrong.
It's called the Lunati Podcast. We talk about all cultural things. We talk about politics, and we give our opinions, our judgments, and overall fuckery when it comes to things happening around the world.
Oh yes, and then Mr. Alan Shakazine, why'd you tell the folks what you've been doing with your fucking hairy ass?
Yes, if you go to oneofus.net and go to the Screener Squad tab, you'll see me all sorts of stuff. That we just had a bunch of movies come out. True Fiction, which was actually surprisingly fucking good. Check out the review because I actually finally for the first time loved one of the fucking movies that I got for Screener Squad. There's a bunch of other stuff that just came out. I don't think it's out yet, but it's gonna be out in a couple of days. A Black Mirror season 5 review. We go through every episode. We talk down. We break down the themes, whether or not we liked it or not. I'm sure most people probably guess I fucking enjoyed this season. So be sure to check that out. It'll probably be up either by tomorrow or in the next couple days.
All right, nice. And Jed, where we can find you?
Okay, yes, you can find me on YouPorn in basically the comment section, basically role-playing as God, watching you watch these things, and then basically judging you.
You gotta stop asking her.
I really like asking her because I literally have no idea what the fuck she's gonna say. And honestly, here's the thing too. Like, she keeps bringing up porn sites. I'm just wondering, like, is she gonna like name a fucked up one of these days? I just like, I don't know, man.
You can find me on Spank Bang.
Oh God, that sounds like a real one. I'm gonna get the fuck out
I'm
of
more
here.
I'm more impressed she knows these ones.
YouPorn was great back in the day, and RedTube. RedTube was awesome.
You can find me on X Hamster.
T-Bait was my shit.
X Hamster, I think, fucked my computer. I'm getting out of here, guys.
Yeah,
thank you all for watching.
Fuck your computer while you
Hand
fuck your
job
hair.
hub.
I don't think that was real.
This is wonderful. This is just great.
They're all real if you have a strong ad blocker.
Alan,
You suck.
I'm sorry about today's
That
show.
is with Assassin's Creed.
I'm sorry about
Fine, you
arguing.
were wrong on 3 different accounts over 4
I just
different
cannot
franchises.
believe that, you know, your game GT4 has the worst fucking driving ever, and yet
Yeah, and I called it out. The driving fucking sucks.
I know, but you have bad taste in games. Dude,
Rockstar has bad taste in driving mechanics.
well, I can't argue with that. Thank you guys for watching. You're all gay.